EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to downtown Cleveland and the newly named Huntington Bank Field, the home of the Browns. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the Los Angeles Rams and the Cleveland Browns on Sunday Night Primetime. A welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Around 26-yard line.
Ready. Now the former Vol, Dylan Sampson. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's second down.
It's second and 8.
He'll stay on the ground with Sampson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Third and 9. Out of the gun, he'll throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. Hunting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. He'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
Come on. Hit. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 65, 19, 79.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's caught downfield by Smith. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this one all the way. 70 yards. Touchdown, Los Angeles. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Rams will take a 7-0 lead. Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. He fields it at the 8. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Sampson. Room to run at the 40. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35. It is a big play for the Browns. 38 yards.
Well, that's how you get it drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On the jump.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Let's go now. Ready?
Now they'll set up to throw. Got his man at the 6. And he's into the end zone. What a response. Luther Burden. Touchdown Browns. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. Now for the point after. He's got it. And the Browns will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
On the ground, it's Reynolds. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
On the set.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. Ready?
Here's Reynolds. They're going to work this down inside the 45. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Rams 1st down.
43-yard line.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And I'll tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
Now this time they'll look to throw. The catch made by Nakua. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding him to just a short gain.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Tight end going in motion here.
18 Cardinal. Top 19. 19 Wyatt. Trap 60. Trap 60.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. That is a big gainer for the Rams. 32 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line.
60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Olave is the motion man.
70 Ranger. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Let's go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. It's hauled in at the 2. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, L.A. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. What an opening quarter he is having. Greg, that is 2 touchdown receptions here in the 1st quarter.
Mike, all this guy has to do is keep this pace up, and he's going to have himself 8 touchdowns. But in all seriousness, If I'm this quarterback, I'm not looking anywhere else until this defense proves they have an answer. Because right now, they don't have one.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Come on, come on. Set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner route. He's got it. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
1st and 10.
An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
Here we go, here we go. Like it. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Now here comes the screen to Sampson. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
You know, the reality is a lot of times bubble screens are just added on to a traditional run. And you're saying to the quarterback, don't hand the ball off if you don't think it's a good look. But what you're not counting for is that he decides to throw it out to the bubble and you end up losing yardage.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. That'll be taken in by Sampson. We'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 11.
So we are through 1 here on Sunday Night Primetime. 14-7 is our score, and we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Start of the 2nd. Browns in control of the football
19
as they are facing a tough 3rd and 11. Exiting the pocket right. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback.
Ready. Cougar 19. Cadillac.
A carry here for Reynolds. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
Back to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Reynolds. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. 1st down, L.A.
Ready. 18 card, 19.
On the RPO, it's Nakua. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 1 at the Browns' 48-yard line.
Hey. Kennedy Lion. 65. Buffalo 18.
They'll throw out of the gun. A pass complete there to Smith. Now he's loose again. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Rams. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in one game. That's his 3rd of the game, his 6th this year. This is turning into a monster game. Let's keep an eye on this. 3 touchdown catches alone in the 1st half. Could be a record-setting game. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Rams will take a 21-7 lead. There's McLaughlin out after the score. He'll kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Oh, and he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
18 Rattler. Let's go.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Luther Burden, the intended target, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down. He'll try the right side with Sampson. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Throw here down the field will fall incomplete. Dylan Sampson was the man he was trying to hook up with there. Third down coming up.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
He gets this complete to Burden. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
17-yard line.
They'll give it to Sampson. And a good run there. It'll get him 5 yards.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4.
They'll come up now for second down and 4.
Get it!
Here's Hines. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now it's third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Ready up.
Third down, 3 to go. He pulls it in around the 5. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Now Hopkins on to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Browns draw closer here. It's 21-14.
Browns 14.
Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
Ready? Cougar 19, 60 down.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one is incomplete. Penalty flag down, back in the backfield, in the area of holding.
Ready? Hold on. 19, 10 to 11, 19 Lions.
He'll look to throw. That's caught by Smith on the right side. Good result there after the penalty. They get the yardage back and then some.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. That catch number 40 on the season for him.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome. So it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Here we go. Panther 6, ready.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this second quarter.
The career is my stake when you win your prime. That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want to.
Got it, ready? 19 side, 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 18 Ramblers. Hawk 7, Cup 19.
That's complete to Smith. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up third down. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. Here's 3rd and 2. Look wide. Get this one complete. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
Nothing really fancy about that last completion, but what it does do, Mike, is now they are on the doorstep of the end zone. So now they've got to find a way to finish this.
And he's going to go into the end zone, but he may have gotten a little help along the way. This one's coming back. Now it is 1st and goal.
Ready? Cowboy 80. Go.
Now, faking the give, pushed out to his left. That is caught. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter. Here now, second down and goal.
Ready? Ready?
Here's a screen coming for Wright. And he's in. Jalen Wright. Touchdown, Los Angeles. That his second TD catch of the season.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Well, let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Final second now of this first half as this one is away. This will be returned from the 6. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Okay, ready? Here we go, here we go. Ready?
Third quarter begins with a run. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
19 Charger, 19 Charger.
The motion man is Nakua.
Dragon 60.
Looking to throw here on second and 10. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
I really like this response here to start the second half. You have to imagine they went into halftime finding themselves down by 2 scores. They needed to stop and get the ball back to their offense, and that sack's going to go a long way towards it.
Throwing now on third and long. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And how about that? Third and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down.
Lightning 18.
Now they'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Back to the air once more on second down. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And it'll be forced out of bounds. Just a couple of yards short of a first down. That's a pickup of 8.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and 1.
There we go. 19 tight. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready?
That is brought in at the 10. And he'll in. Touchdown, L.A.
Chase McLaughlin.
And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready? Ready?
Thrown left side, the catch is made. And a big strike for good yardage there, all the way up to midfield. What a way to kick off the drive. That's a gain of 30 and another 1st down.
Chop 60, chop 60, 60, 70, Timberwolf.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. That's caught downfield by Tucker. And he's in. Trey Tucker. Touchdown, Browns. Hopkins now to tack on the extra point. He's got it. And the Browns back within a couple of scores. It's 35-21. Here's Hopkins now after the touchdown. He'll boot this one away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. We'll get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's called in on the left by Nacua. That's catch number 5 tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
That's good.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Rams.
Ready, ready?
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he looks past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3.
Let's go now.
Back to the ground, he'll get it again. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the 1st down. Nice gain of 5.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
Let's get about 6 before he's taken down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
Third, they need 8.
Cougar Knight, 70, 18, Buffalo 18.
He'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He's going to have the first down and then some. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down. Man in motion is Smith.
Ready.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's got another one. Touchdown, Rams. What a night he's having. That's 4 touchdowns in this game alone. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. McLaughlin good on the extra point. And the Rams will extend this third quarter lead. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick
Here's
off.
McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Back to throw. Now a shot here, deep middle. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete.
Well, it's late. You're losing. Things really haven't gone your way all day today, and there's really not much left to do other than to try to take some big shots downfield. That time, the coverage is really good and just falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Again, working deep downfield. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
2 yards. And the Browns first down.
On the draw, it's Sampson. Not much happening there, just a short gain.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. 2 yards.
From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. That is Cameron Kitchens, the safety who got through to make the play.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
Here we go. Hawk 70.
On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trey Amos. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
Check the lane like a game of chess. You want to be better, bring the best. When you standing in the front yard,
go now.
Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Ready? Bronco 80. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Let's go.
They'll stick with him again. And nice work here. He's got the first down to about the 30-yard line.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Rams will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
Okay, ready? Cowboy 80. Ready?
He'll start this drive by keeping it himself. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Here's 3rd and 7. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Quentin Johnston, the man he was looking for on that one. And that'll set up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That's incomplete. Derek Hall on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
And he buys a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Start. Ready?
Now a handoff, running right. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line, and next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down.
Let's go. Liking 18. Set up. Steady, right?
They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's going to go backwards again. The defense coming up big. Forcing 4th down.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
And he's going to lose yardage on this return. Tried to retreat, but is covered up. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On the ground, it's Sampson to start this drive. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Tackle at the 25-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
On the go.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Ready.
That'll be taken in by Sampson. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd and
70
1.
race. Go.
They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. Now, a ball thrown deep for Johnston. And that is incomplete.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Go. Ready.
Here's a designed run. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Ready. 60.
A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And now he loses the football. Well, sometimes the offense tries to make a little too much happen, try to pitch it around, get an extra few yards, except they lose the ball, and the defense will take over.
Mike, you're exactly right. That is what happened here. That's just a prime example of a player just doing a little too much. Just secure the ball, get as many yards as you can, and make sure your team ends up still possessing the ball.
The defense can stop it twice more as the kneel down comes. So it's a win for the visiting Rams. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That is the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we wish you a good night from Cleveland.